All right, so if you're an aesthetic medicine professional, you've poured years into becoming a master of your craft, right? But let's be honest. In today's competitive world, being an amazing clinician is only half the story. This explainer, it's your playbook. We're going to build a retail marketing strategy that's just as world-class as your treatments, turning that clinical brilliance into some serious commercial success.
And really, this is the question we need to ask ourselves. You can perform the most incredible cutting-edge procedures, but if your strategy for selling the products and services that support those treatments isn't just as sophisticated, you are absolutely leaving money and a ton of patient value on the table.
Okay, so first things first, let's completely recalibrate how we think about a really basic concept. So many clinic owners hear marketing and immediately think, oh, I need to place an ad, or I should post on Instagram. But that's a really narrow and honestly a kind of dangerous way to look at it. True marketing is so much bigger.
Now, what's so powerful about this idea is just how big it is. See, marketing isn't some side task or a single department. No, it's the entire system you use to create and deliver value. Think about it. It's the way your phone is answered, the vibe in your waiting room, how you explain a post-procedure skincare routine. Advertising, that's just the megaphone. Marketing is the actual message, the experience. It's the whole orchestra. And this just nails the point perfectly. For your marketing to really work, every single person on your team has got to be a living, breathing ambassador for your brand. Are you positioning yourself as a luxury, results-driven clinic? Well, then every single interaction, from booking to follow-up, has to feel premium. This kind of alignment isn't just nice to have, it's totally non-negotiable. So before you even think about spending €1 on a campaign, you've got to do the diagnostic work. Just like you'd never prescribe a treatment without a really thorough consultation, you just can't build a marketing plan without a deep, honest look at your business. And the absolute best diagnostic tool for your business is what's called a SWOT analysis. It's simple. Strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Think of this as your business's medical chart. It gives you a clear, no-fluff picture of exactly where you stand today. Now, for this to really work, you have to be brutally honest with yourself. For instance, a strength might be that you carry an exclusive medical-grade product line nobody else has. Awesome. But a weakness? Maybe your patients come for treatments, but they just don't buy the products. An opportunity could be partnering with a local yoga studio, while a threat is that new med spa opening up down the street. Laying it out like this shows you exactly where you need to focus your energy. Okay, so once you've diagnosed your clinic, it's time to really understand your patient. I mean, who are you actually treating every day? And maybe more importantly, who do you want to be treating? Getting super specific here is the secret to creating offers that feel like they were made just for them. Just look at this example. The data here is telling a story. Our core client is a woman, probably between 35 and 55, with a healthy amount of disposable income. You know what? This insight is pure gold. It tells you exactly where to focus on high-end, results-focused skincare and anti-aging treatments. And it tells you which marketing channels to use to reach her. You're not just guessing anymore. You're using data to make smart decisions. All right, your diagnosis is done. Now it's time to write the prescription. This is the fun part, where we take all those insights from the SWOT analysis and the patient profile and turn them into a real, concrete, actionable marketing plan. And here it is. This is your framework for every single campaign you run. The 5 W's and an H. Who are you talking to? What exactly are you offering? When's it going to run? Where are you going to promote it? And this one's huge. Why should they even care? And finally, how do they actually do it? Answering these 6 questions forces you to be crystal clear and gets rid of all that vague, wishy-washy marketing that just doesn't work. Of course, a plan is nothing without a budget. For a typical independent clinic, you might be looking at around 10 to 12% of your revenue going to marketing. But what's really key here is how you split it up. You see, you might decide to invest more heavily in local events to build that community trust, but you also need to maintain a really strong digital presence. And pro tip, always keep a little bit of side in a contingency fund. You never know when a great opportunity will pop up. Okay, section 4, execute for maximum impact. We've got a solid plan. Now it's time to stop strategizing and start doing. A brilliant plan is totally useless without equally brilliant execution. This is where we start pulling the levers that actually get patients in the door and boosts those retail sales. A really smart promotional calendar has a nice, steady rhythm to it. You've got your big seasonal campaigns, right? The gift sets for Christmas, the couples packages for Valentine's Day. But the real genius move? It's creating your own unique events during those quieter months to smooth out your revenue. This keeps the cash flow consistent and your team busy and motivated all year long.
This right here is such a fantastic practical tactic. Bundling is your new best friend. Why? Well, yeah, it increases how much each patient spends, but way more importantly, it actually improves their results and cements your status as the expert. You're not just selling them a random product, you're providing a complete solution, a prescribed protocol that guarantees they get the best possible outcome from their treatment. Look, in this day and age, your website and your social media, that's the front door to your clinic. The basics are just not optional anymore. Your site has to be clear, super easy to use, and for goodness sake, it needs online booking. Your social media needs consistent, valuable posts, and you absolutely have to respond to online reviews, the good ones and the bad ones. It shows you're listening, and it shows you care. So we've built the foundation, we've designed the plan, we've executed it, but this next step, this is what separates the amateurs from the pros: measurement. You have to track your results. It's the only way to know what's working, what's a waste of money, and how to get better next time.
So, what's with this number, 1,500 euros? Well, that is the real, actual revenue from a single, well-executed promotion, a facial bundled with a product kit. And guess what it costs to run? Just 300 euros. That is a 5 times return on investment. See, without tracking, that success is just a hunch, a good feeling. But with tracking, it becomes a repeatable strategy.
The trick is to make this evaluation process a habit. For every single campaign you run, you follow these 4 steps. 1. Track the hard sales numbers. 2. Ask your patients how they heard about the offer. 3. Calculate your return on investment, your ROI. And 4. Use all that data to make your next promotion even better. It creates this amazing feedback loop of constant improvement. And I want you to let this sink in for a second. All this marketing effort, it's not just about chasing down new people. It's about deepening the relationships you have with the patients who already trust you. Your most profitable, sustainable growth is going to come from building loyalty and turning those happy patients into your biggest fans.
So, we'll end on this thought. Knowledge is great, but it's only potential power. Action, that's where the real power is. So looking back at everything we've just covered, from SWOT analysis to ROI, what is the one single thing you can do this week, just one, to start elevating your clinic's marketing? Decide what it is right now, and then go make it happen.